everyone, we are La Chimolala. And we are back for episode 2 of No Mercy. And this one's called Talented Trainees First Debut Mission. Wow.
Yeah. So it's a continuation, right? We were able to see Juan and Shonu perform. And of course, they were both very stellar, at least to us. Always stellar to us, please.
Yes.
Yeah. So they cut the episode right at Hyungwon, and we're like, wait, did they skip to number 9? What is going on here?
I was very confused. I'm like, do the rest of the guys just pick their numbers out of a bag or something? I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we were talking about how nerve-wracking it is, to sit in the back and wait your turn, or it's just like and for us as being part of the audience, it's like we're all tense. We're like, please let them do okay,
right?
Yeah,
I just want them to shine. And if they don't shine, I'm gonna be like a mom who's crushed, who's like, he could do better, give him another shot.
Yes.
Honestly, yeah, right now I feel like I'm a mom watching a kid's talent show, and I'm very involved, very invested.
That makes it 2 of us, sister.
So hopefully we'll see everyone else. Well, I guess not, because if they only did 2 last time, maybe we'll only see 2 or 3 this time. Don't know.
Yeah, well, I think they'll show everyone else and then move on to another mission, So I think last episode was, I think this episode, Amon Bebe said that they're gonna give more of a background of all of the trainees. So
okay, cool. Yeah, because we did get one on, Shonu and Juhan, but
yeah,
cool. That will help, because I don't like it when reality shows don't give you any background. You're like, how am I supposed to know who to root for?
Yeah,
gotta give me some stats.
Yeah. Give me a carrot. Come on, throw me a bone.
All right, are we ready for this?
I feel like we're never ready, but we just have to be, right? But before we do, you guys, please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe so we can continue on with No Mercy.
Sorry. But we're doing it.
Yes, we're doing it.
It's an arm twisty sitch, but we're doing it.
We're doing it, girl. We're doing it, girl. All right.
Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's Shonu's chest?
No, it's one host. It has to be.
Could be. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very important questions.
Yes.
Okay, guys, here we go. I do like these credits, although you can barely recognize Minhyuk. He's so hard.
Yeah.
When did he get so hard?
Right? I hate that their ranks are their names.
I hate that too.
They are
What
human.
is it, prison?
I don't know. I'm like, they are human, okay? Call them by their names.
현우라고 합니다. JYP에서 정리된.
That was heart-wrenching.
Yeah,
노래를 잘해서 깜짝 놀랐고요.
게임값이랑 거기 피처링을
랩을 잘하는 주원이.
이미 랩은 너는 너무 잘해.
Yeah.
스윙스 처음 볼 때 느낌이나 많이 느껴요.
현우 형 잡아야지.
My gosh. Look at Minhyuk.
oh my gosh, look at so cute.
Wait, did you see that?
Yes, yes.
Soup's cute. Oh,
Oh gosh.
this music.
저는 최형 원이라고.
He knows. He's
Right?
like, happens everywhere I go.
살이 조금 찌면 좋지 않을까. 너무 말라가지고.
He's perfect the way he is.
그냥 뭐
The sweater he's wearing.
More visually shocking.
저는 매력을 맡고 있는 매력 둥이 민혁입니다.
Oh my gosh.
What's
Minya?
happening? No! Oh my gosh! That's so funny.
He's already funny right off the bat.
정말 원호입니다. 예전에 연습실에 가서 봤을 때 그냥 원호밖에 안 보였어요, 사실은. 눈부터 넘치고.
Look at Wonho.
비주얼 갑은 형원이 형, 민혁이 형, 원호 형.
Oh my gosh, this tally!
형원이 형.
Amazing.
그거 아세요? 여기가 비주얼 팀이거든요.
What are they doing?
I don't know. Good looking cheeks.
So silly.
제가 생각했을 때 외모 1등은
Oh.
원호 형이 네, 매력 있게 생긴 것 같아요.
민혁이는 엄청 싱글싱글하고
Oh, yes, he is.
엄청 귀여웠어요, 첫인상.
잘생긴 사람은
We all picked each
No.
other. That's so cute.
That's so adorable.
키도 크고 얼굴도 정말 조그맣고
딱 보면은 약간 배우 같은 느낌이 좀 있어요.
볼 때마다 화보 찍는 것 같아요.
제가 오늘 패션쇼에 서게 됐는데요.
Yay!
Oh, look at that.
Cute.
Look at the confidence. I love it.
원호 형은 비주얼적으로도 그렇고 끼도 많고 되게 남자답고 몸도 굉장히
Yes.
가슴
I guess you're right then about the opening.
Mhm.
This song. Montage.
Mm-hmm.
민혁이가 좀 훈훈하게 잘생긴 것 같아요. 되게 잘 웃고 너무 밝고 끼가
Oh.
넘쳐나고
끼 부리면서 달달한 노래를 부르는 경우가 생기면 그건 제가 제일 잘할 것 같아요.
So cute.
So adorable.
9등 최형원,
Ooh.
10등 이민혁.
저는 나이는 22살이고요. 이름은 최형원이고 키는 181입니다. 거는 춤이요. 아무래도 제가 춤을 좋아하다 보니까 춤적인 퍼포먼스 부분에서 제가 다른 멤버들보다는 좀 더 자신 있게 할 수 있을 것 같아요. 제가 처음 서울 왔을 때가 19살이었거든요. 근데 제가 지금 22살인데 19살 동생들이랑 같이 연습을 하고 있는 거예요. 그래서 진짜 이게 탈락하면 끝이고 평소보다 더 열심히 해야 될 것 같아요.
연습생 생활 3년 정도? 부모님한테는 좀 3년이라는 게 되게 긴 시간인 것
Oh.
같아요. 데뷔하는 이유는 진짜 마지막이라는 생각이 있거든요. 왜냐면 가수로서 데뷔할 수 있는
Ugh.
좀 힘든
So
나이,
heartbreaking.
Right?
계속 엄마 아빠 기도를 하고 그럴 수는 없으니까.
3곳 정도 옮겨 다녀서 스타쉽에 오게 됐습니다. 한 번은 그냥 팀이 엎어지기도 했었고 실력 문제로 잘렸었던 적도 있고 그게 제일 처음에 그랬고 깨지고 이랬는데도 계속 도전하게 되는 거는
Good for
노래가
him.
좋았고 그만한 거 감정을 느껴본 적이 없고
Yeah.
제가 꼭 하고 싶은 거고 죽기 전에 무조건 데뷔는 한 번이라도 내가 해보고 죽어야겠다. 약간 이런 마인드인 것 같아요.
They all want it so bad.
They do.
저희는 솔직히 올라갈 때부터 조심해서 그대로 올라. 아니 누구보다 내가 잘하는 건 사실이지만 얘들아 내 얘기 들었니? 다시 얘기해 주시. 다시 입에 담기 힘들어.
Wow.
이번 곡의 컨셉은 허세, 내가 짱이야 막 이런 걸 표정이나 뭐 제스처나 이런 걸로 표현하려고 했고 좀 저의 장점을 최대한 다 보여줘서 그런 동상 안 받으려고 뼈 굴절되도록 힘줘서 춤추고
Oh.
무대 보고 얘기 나눠보도록
So stressed out, guys. Guys.
Shall we get down, school alone? Baby got 'em up and all uptown.
I love this song.
Now this takes me back.
It's a forte, it's an everyday trip away. I can't get it out of my mind. I think about a girl all the time. I like the way you work it. No diggity, I got to bag it up. I like the way you work it. No diggity, I got to bag it up. Oh, just hold on, we're going home. Just hold on, we're going home.
He's such a good dancer.
He is. Oh. Oh my gosh. Oh.
긴장해서 춤을 좀 작게 추긴 했는데 형원이 느낌처럼 잘 추고.
목 상태가 좋지 않아서 그런지 모르겠지만 약간 갈라지는 소리가 조금씩 났었는데 저는 그냥 그게 좀 자연스럽고 좀 섹시하게 잘 들렸던 것 같고요. 생각했던 것보다는 좋은 무대였던 것 같아요.
Wow, she didn't expect anything from these guys.
Right?
좋았었고 나는 막상 이제 또 춤으로 딱 넘어가니까 네가 그나마 노래보다 춤이 자신 있는지 모습이 달라지더라고. 무슨 말인지 알아? 지금 이 프로를 하는 와중에 본인이 늘 거라고 생각하지 마. 그냥 자기가 갖고 있는 게 이게 최고다라는 생각을 갖고 바꿔먹게 되는 게 이 서바이벌에서
That's actually nice advice.
자신감 가지고 다음 무대 준비했으면 좋겠습니다.
네, 감사합니다.
수고하셨습니다.
수고하셨습니다.
He's so cute.
Right?
어리고 마르고. 그럼 노래 좀 괜찮아? 네? 지금처럼 노래 이만큼 못해도 괜찮아? 그렇게 되면? 그건 또 아니잖아. 울지마 바보야. 깎아주려고 그러는 거 같아. 울지마 바보야.
제가 이번 개인 미션에서 고르게 된 곡은 주영 선배님의 그대와 같아. 이번에는 저의 존재감이나 매력을 발견할 수 있게 하는 게 제일 큰 목표예요.
Oh no, is he sick?
I don't know.
노래 안 불러도 되니까 표정까지.
단체 평가 때부터 사실 단체 미션에서 제 기량을 아예 보여드리지도 못했고 되게 낮은 점수를 받게 됐는데요. 근데 이번에는 3등 먼저 꼭 해보고 싶어요. 예쁘게 봐주십시오. 그대와 같아 다르지 않아 Since I'm loving you 그대와 같아 부르고 있죠 Can I love you always by my side forever 그대와 같아
I love how worried Minhyuk and Hyungwon are about each other.
I know, right? Oh, his voice is so sweet as honey. I love it.
애들립 할 때만 음정이 맞았어요. 어떤 부분에서 실수를 했는지를 좀 보고 보강만 하면은 순위는 확 올라갈 것 같은데요. 매력이 있어요.
감사합니다. 목이 안 좋은 거 아니니? 지금?
네, 가성 소리 들어보니까
그러니까 가성이랑 이거랑 달라서 건강 관리도 잘 해서 더 매력적인 무대를 볼 수 있었으면 좋겠습니다.
네.
굉장히 귀여웠어요.
제가 하는 곡은 범키 선배님의 미친 연애라는 곡입니다. 섹시한 게 아무래도 저한테 조금 매력 어필에 도움이 많이 되지 않을까 생각해요. 제가 준비한 무대 포인트는
Already.
Already. It's literally the Wonho gold standard.
새벽 2시. 내일 안 왔으면 좋겠어요. 죽을 것 같아요, 진짜.
아, 진짜 12등만 면하자 이 생각밖에 없어요, 지금. 제가 떨어뜨리지 마주세요. 네, 이게 제 각오예요. 제발 떨어뜨리지 말아주세요.
긴장되니? 네, 숨이 안 쉬어서 숨이 쉬어줘야 노래를 할 수 있을 텐데 시작하시면 됩니다.
어젯밤 네 어깨 너머로 나를 기동쳐왔어. 울리는 전화벨 소리 받지 않는 너 난 알고 있어. 까만 밤이 지나면 다시 그에게로 넌 돌아가겠지. 아침이 밝아오기 전에 널 보내줘야 해. No, 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 you are so bad girl.
Avatar. I can't see it. No.
Oh no.
He's got good stage presence.
He does.
But he was pitchy because he was nervous.
섹시함을 되게 어필하려고 하는 무대 같았는데 전혀 섹시하지 않았어요.
너 복근 중간에 올릴 때 복근 보이지도 않았어.
못 봤어요.
왜 이렇게 오늘 긴장을 했어?
죄송합니다.
보컬 톤이 안 들렸어.
아무튼 수고했습니다.
처음에 시작부터 제가 호흡을 잘못해갖고 좀 완전 잘못 부른 거예요. 거기서 이미 여기서 딱 나와버렸어요.
Oh no.
이거 안녕이에요. 안녕.
No.
목표 6등. 난 무조건 3등으로 하고 싶었는데 잘 받으면 9등 정도 받을 것 같은 생각이 들어. 아 제발. 긴장돼.
Oh gosh.
This is making me nervous. Oh gosh.
Why did he say it like that?
Right?
It's Kian.
사실 보컬 라인의 계보를 이어야
오.
기본기가 가장 잘 다져진 친구인 것 같아요.
노래하는 모습을 보면 프로인데.
오, 잘한다.
희연이는 아마 제 급이라고 얘기해도 기분 나빠할걸요?
Ugh.
저는 스타쉽 신인팀의 보컬 유기현입니다.
이런 날 두고 가야 하는 건지 tell me why baby.
유기현이가 지금 제일 큰일이에요. 지금. 막중한 포지션에 있는데 다른 애들이랑 별다를 게 없으니까 이게 큰일 난 거야. 지금 유기현이.
What?
Oh gosh.
정말 너무 못했구나, 너무 아쉽구나, 약간 이 생각이 너무 밀려와서 그런 평을 받아본 적이 없었거든요.
단체 평가라는 그 단어에 얽매여가지고 제 개인 역량을 못 보여드린 것도 가장 아쉽고 그리고 나를 다시
he blended too much.
생각이 들 정도 많이 충격을 먹었던 것 같아요.
소감이 어때? 8번 단 소감이? 미칠 것 같아요 진짜. 왜?
And we know how competitive he is.
기현이는 사실 순위에 관계없이 되게 열심히 하는 친구거든요. 첫 스타트만 만약에 잘 끊는다면 잘하면 저는 1위도 탈환 가능하다고 생각해요. 저는 샤이니 종현 선배님의 해야라는 곡을 준비했는데 노래가 되게 처절하고 슬프거든요. 그런 걸 자극할 수 있는
Yes,
강점이라고
emotion is your best skill.
It really is.
Yeah.
보여줄 수 있겠다라고
Like he's honing to his strength.
예, 그럼요. 히든믹싱은 안 나는 게 이상할 거라고 생각해요. 보컬로서 1등 할 수 있다는 거 보여드리겠습니다.
보컬 기현 군이 준비한 해야 듣고 얘기 나눠보도록 하겠습니다.
Oh my gosh.
마지막에 하지 않을래. 그래야 지금 이 아픈 시간도 훗날 좋은 추억이라 웃으며 말하고 있을 우리일 테니까 말이야.
Shonu's like, come on.
I know, right?
너는 말했었지 그저 좋은 친구의 가슴으로는 사랑하는 것이라 영원한 거라고. 그런 말 다신 나지만 내게 너무 가벼워. 그러나 내게 너무 무거운 이 마음이 너를 힘들게 했구나. 조금은 물러설게 기다릴게. 네가 변하도록 멀리 서 있을게. 이리 애원하잖아. 해야 어쨌든
There it is.
웃는 그대로 안녕이란 잔인한 말 나를 죽이고 숨이 멈춰. 행복하게 해주던 그 멜로디가 아직 너무 찬란하다. 제발 버리지 마 버리지 마.
Oh, his facials too. Woo.
He feels everything, so you do. Oh, no.
I know, right?
이렇게 미치도록 슬플 줄이야. 해야 어찌 떠나려는 거야. 웃는 그릇으로 잔인한 사뿐이었던 너를 원망하고 또 원망하겠지. 얘가 제발 하지 마라 해야.
Oh my gosh. He's so good.
Ugh. 2 key changes. That's hard. Gosh.
와 남심도 울렸어. 노래 잘하니까.
This is the first one where they're all smiling and clapping.
I know, right?
전 여태까지 들었던 보컬 중에 가장 좋았습니다. 가장
아, 그래 너무 잘했어. 너무 잘했어.
너무 잘했어. 너무 잘했어.
저는 그냥 전체적으로 다 너무 좋았어요. 목소리도 좋고 음정도 좋고 굉장히 안정적이었고.
난 처음에 그 톤이 진짜 너무 좋았는데.
진짜 반했어요. 그때 처음 딱 시작할 때.
나왔던 보컬들 중에서 발성이나 호흡이나 기본기가 그래도 가장 잘 돼 있는 느낌이 있었고요. 왜 8위였는지 모르겠네. 네, 8위였던 이유를 조금 느낄 수 있는 건 뭐였냐면 앞에 나왔던 친구들보다 자기 거에 대한 좀 자신감이 좀 없는 듯한 느낌?
가슴에 지금 8위라는 딱지가 붙어 있어서 그런지 평소에 되게 자신감 있게 하는 친구거든요.
그 정도로 겸손하지 않아도 될 것 같아요. 본인의 실력에 대해서.
그런 거는 제일 기대를 많이 하고 있는 친구인데 의기소침한 면이 느껴졌던 것도 같고 그래서 노래가 좀 더 많이 쫓기게 들렸던 것 같아요. 분명히 약간 조급함이 있었던 것 같고 어쨌든 이번 무대가 좀 더 약이 되었으면
Disagree. That guy's wrong.
말을 잘하네.
It was perfect the way it is. Thank you.
DJ 오래 하니까 아니 라디오를 좀 할까?
살짝 아쉽긴 한데 다음번에는 다 좋은 편으로 되게.
That competitiveness. Like one person didn't like me.
뜨겁게 만드는 무언가가 있는.
감사합니다.
제 친구 유일한 막내 19살 서건이고요. 이름은 노윤호이고요. 19살입니다.
19살 막내 최석원이요.
My gosh, his giant ears.
Right?
윤호 첫인상은 이쁘게 생겼네.
우리 어떻게 동거할까? 안녕? 같이 막내고 서로 의지할 수밖에 없는 상황이고 같이 있는 시간이 상대
What a random thing to show us.
Yeah, right. I guess they want to show their closeness? And why are the cameras... Okay, anyways, yeah.
I have a lot of questions about that.
Yeah.
동갑이어서 되게 견제의 상대였던?
신경전이 없을 수가 없고요.
막둥이들 서건이랑 윤호 다 수능을 봐요. 수능 도시락을 만들어주려고.
No. It's cute. So cute.
That is so adorable. Aww.
큰일 났어. 제일 큰 썸도 나타났어요. 민호 갔어요?
Oh no.
오 왔다. 오 마이 갓. 도시락
Oh no.
아 뭐야? 어디서 온 거지? 아.
광지 형.
Oh.
He's having a day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. Oh no.
이제 학교를 못 가는 날이 많아가지고요. 솔직히 친구가 많이 없어요.
Aww.
서건이가 있으니까요. 서건이가 있으니까.
So weird.
That would never happen over here.
No.
Oh, this is so cute.
잘 찍었던 것 같아. 정말 마지막 시험이면 노멀스라니까요. 중학교 때부터 공부를 못했어요. 회사 들어오고 나서요. 좀 더 약간 관심이 쏠렸던 것 같아요. 춤을 너무 잘 추고 싶어가지고 이제 혼자 연습실에 나와 하루에 막 티셔츠 막 3장씩 갈아입고 그랬거든요.
Whoa.
지금은 학교보다는요 데뷔가 저한테 가장 1순위인 것 같아요.
Oh wow. Really wants it.
Yeah. I like how it shows that these guys have other relationships, like, between them.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
근데 이제 연습생 몇 년 됐지?
저희 6년 됐습니다.
Whoa.
Wow.
So since he was 13?
That's crazy.
지금 연습생들에게는 약간 연습생의 조상.
Sister.
저보다 선배예요. 회사 선배.
Oh my gosh.
어렸을 때 아동 모델을 전속 3년 동안 모델이었어요.
Oh, so cute.
10개를 찍었었는데 2009년 7월에 캐스팅이 돼서 회사를 오게 되었습니다. 그 당시에 소유 누나가 있었고 그 다음 들어온 사람이 효린 누나 1년 반 정도 지나서 시스타로 데뷔를 하게 되었던 것 같아요. 가장 힘들었을 때는요 같이 연습했던 이제 뭐 형 누나들이 데뷔하고 나서 이제 혼자 남겨졌을 때였던 것 같아요. 보이밴드의 멤버에 영입이 될 수 있었던 기회가 있었는데 그때는 나이도 너무 어렸고 아쉬운 감이 없다고는 볼 수 없지만은 네. 네, 말하기가 좀 되게 어렵네요. 제 막 형들은 방송 갈 때 연습실에 혼자 와가지고 좀 많이 울기도 하고 부모님도 지치시고 지금이라도 다른 길로 돌리는 게 낫지 않냐고 하시길래 저는 절대 안 된다고 전 진짜 이거밖에 없다고 얘기를 했었거든요. 왜 6년이나 했는데 왜 서바이벌을 해야 되냐 해탈함이 좀 있었던 것 같고요. 좀 더 이악물게 되는 그런 게 생긴 것 같아요. 올해 한 만큼 좀 간절하고 정말 마지막인 것처럼 생각을 하고 있기 때문에 탈락은 없을 것 같아요. 네, 정말로 없어요 진짜.
At least he has
so
that
much,
drive.
Yeah, it's so much pressure though at 19 to be like, this is it.
Right?
드라이같이 모두 날 말려도 그 미소를 볼때 블라인 처진 내 맘은 다시 빛을 보게 지속된 이 마음이 내 앞길에 방해가 된다 해도 끝까지 빈자린 허전하다 해도 언젠간 넌 내 거니까 버틸 수 있어. 데뷔할 순간이 멀지 않았어도 여전할 거라 장담해. 내 그만큼은 솔직하게 말할게. 요새 가끔은 까르르 웃는 모습에 딴 놈이 채갈까 속이 타는 듯 속은 물어뜯고 주위만 맴돌진 않돌 직군들 모두 다 쳐대. 본질이 좋진 않지만 필요 없죠. 견제 내게 틈을 보여줘. 널 소유할 수 있게 본격적으로 다가갈 수 있게.
I don't think they like his performance from their expressions.
Yeah. I wonder why everyone switched what they sang from what they danced.
Yeah.
He seems much more confident doing this.
Yeah.
집중하면서 본 것 같아.
아, 춤 잘 추네요.
감사합니다.
제가 춤을 보는 그 기준은 음악이 들리느냐 안 들리냐인데 몸으로 음악을 들리게 만드신 것 같아요.
확실히 춤을 추는 모습을 봤을 때는 이제 19살이지만 전 6년을 봤으니까 되게 많이 어른이 됐다는 느낌이 확 들었고
연습생을 오래 했다는 게 느껴졌어요. 너무 편하고 표정도 연출할 줄도 알고.
처음에 분위기 딱 잡고 목소리 들어갔을 때 하고 굉장히 기대가 확 됐었어요. 그때 톤이 너무 아름답고 섹시했거든요.
아이같이 모두 날 말려도 그 미소를 볼 때
근데 나중에 이제 힘이 들어가면서 다른 래퍼들이랑 다를 게 또 없게 됐구나 하는 그런 느낌?
랩은 아쉬운 점이 많았는데 나이도 아직 어리시고 하니까 난 충분히 더 갈고 닦으시면 저는 너무 좋게 보고 있어요.
우리 땐 19살이 저렇게 하면은 진짜 괴물 나타났다 이렇게.
그럼요.
이번 기회는 꼭 잡았으면 좋겠다고 개인적으로 정말 응원을 하고 있는 친구인데 어쨌든 무대 잘 봤습니다. 수고하셨습니다.
감사합니다. 감사합니다.
난 윤호 보면 저스틴 비버 생각나던데. 진짜 많이 컸다.
He grew up so much.
긴장 풀려.
1등 최성원.
되게 안심했어. 야, 진짜 내가 3년 동안 한 게 말짱 도루묵인가 이 생각이 되게 들었어.
너무 공격적이야. 더 연기해. 표정 좀 풀어. 감정을 연기를 해봐. 연기를.
불안한 것도 있는데 어찌 보면은 올라갈 수 있는 계단이 많다고 생각하기 때문에 이번에 꼭 상위권까지 올라서 꼭 실력을 보이고 싶어요.
Ah! So tense, so tense.
Right?
오늘 밤은 유난히 추워. 가만히 밤하늘을 또 다시 보고 있어. 벌써 1년이 지나. 아련하게 다가와 주워. 널 집에 데려다 줬던 기억들이 다 너무 소중해. 그냥 가끔 그리울 뿐인데 너와 입을 맞추고 널 감싸 안았던 아주 가끔 보고플 뿐인데 오늘은 왜 이렇게 눈물이 나는지 I miss you baby I miss you 가끔 네 생각에 두려워.
Gosh, their faces are so upsetting.
I know, right? You could kind of tell like what they're gonna say from their facial expressions.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go.
뭐 어떤 게 매력이 있는지 전혀 못 느끼겠어. 솔직히 얘기해.
되게 그루비하고 섬세한 되게 노래인데 그런 점들을 하나도 되게 잘 못 살렸다고 해야 되나?
스타일리시한 노래들은 그만큼 더 섬세하게 불러줘야 되는데 그런 게 전혀 없었던 것 같아요.
Yikes.
So rough.
갑자기 그냥 무대에서 너무 긴장한 탓에
멀리 사는 누나 힘들다는 말인지 다시
아니 안 풀려요 하나도.
안녕하세요. 21살 래퍼 송건희입니다. 랩 닉네임은 샵건이라고 합니다. 음악에 샵 있잖아요. 반음 올라가는. 그래서 한 단계 더 높은 총이다 약간 이런 뜻입니다.
샵건.
보니까 그 위너의 민호랑 사촌지간이라고 써 있네.
그렇습니다.
민호 보고 랩 시작한 거라고 여기 써 있는데.
민호 형이 이제 홍대에 랩하시는 형들 많이 소개시켜줘가지고
팩은 없어도 떼긴 알았죠. 이 신의 한 획을 그 아마추어 한물간 놈들은 그 입 좀 닫아줘.
주원이가 그런 게 있었더라고요. 아 너는 홍대에서 랩했어? 나는 여기 연습생의 랩을 보여줄게.
생각 없어 그저 덮고 다니는 길이나 걸어갈게 motherfucker.
어떻게 이겨? 너는 그냥 꼴등이라고 부르고 싶다 진짜. 꼴등이라고 부르고 싶다 진짜.
Gosh.
광지영보다는 재밌는 랩인 것 같고요. 주원이보다 더 차분한 랩인 것 같고요. 윤호보다는 더 잘하는 랩인 것 같아요.
Just better.
2차 미션 곡은 9-4고요. 내가 가족 때문에서라도 이렇게 하겠다. 이게 나야. 이런 곡이에요.
I like that he's doing an original.
Yeah.
다녀왔습니다.
안녕하세요.
네, 어서 오세요.
할머니 저 건인데요.
우리 건이요?
네.
아이고 내 진짜 최고 가는 가수가 돼야 이? 보이긴 해 엄마 건이 얼굴? 보인다 이제 이뻐 죽겠네.
Oh.
Grandmas are the best.
They are.
Look at all that food.
너무 맛있다. 제가 5살 때 산에서 산 적이 있었거든요.
생각나?
비닐하우스에서. 그때 생각하고 이런 집에서 밥 먹고 있으니까 신기해. 어떻게 그때 상황에서 밥을 먹지 이렇게.
Oh my goodness.
네가 잘 뛰어야
아 왜? 난 나름 되게 행복한 삶이었고 그랬는데 추억에도 많이 남고. 제 3살 때 이혼하셨는데 혼자서 누나랑 저를 막 키우셨거든요. 막 여관 같은 데서 자고 막 산에서도 막 자고
Oh my
그랬거든요.
gosh.
Wow.
아 이때 아빠가 있었어요.
That explains that drive.
아빠랑 같이 살았을 때고 그 이후에는 3살 때부터는 없이 살았습니다. 건이가 청소년 랩밴드 먼저 있는데 거기에 나가가지고 1등 상 받아갖고 속옷을 한번 사왔더라고요. 정말 내가 살면서 그 속옷을 저는 지금 세트로 입지를 못했어요. 근데 우리 아들이 그 속옷을 세트로 사왔었어요. 근데 지금도 그 속옷을 내가 입고 다니는데
정말 고마워요 엄마.
Oh.
아 힘들 때 가장 생각나는 사람은 오히려 아버지. 어렸을 때 생각으로 아, 돈 많이 벌어서 복수해야지 복수해야지 약간 이랬던 게 지금까지 왔던 것 같아요. 아, 아버지는 한 5개월 전에 돌아가셨어요.
Oh man.
아버지랑 되게 말이 없었거든요. 근데 장례식장에 온 아버지의 지인들이 저보고 다 이러시는 거예요. 항상 보면은 제 얘기밖에 안 한다고. 자기랑 똑같이 생긴 아들이 있다고. 노래도 잘하고 연예인 막 준비한다고. 그 전에 아빠는 저한테 그냥 묵직하고 그런 좀 딱딱하셨거든요. 아 이런 아버지였구나. 가족밖에 진짜 제 원동력이 안 돼요. 저는 어떻게 보면은 내 가족들을 위해 랩을 한다. 내가 가족들 위해 집을 사야 되고 차도 사야 되고 가족들 다 챙겨야 되고 해서 랩을 하는 것 같아요. 저는 어깨가 철들어서 좀 무거워요. 그래서 데뷔해야 되겠고.
Oh my goodness.
저는 무조건 1위예요. 무조건 1위만 보고 달립니다.
아버지 송시 타고난 박자 감각 어디 가겠습니까 감히 잘난 거 하나 없고 키도 작지만 난 174cm 다윗 새벽 홀로 방에 불 켜 그 시간이 지금 내 랩에 출처 한 장씩 발라댔지 10% 줌서라도 내 무기는 강해야 돼 맘껏 비웃어 내 어머니와 보리거만이 누나 생각하면 힘든 것도 기분 탓 버텨야지 어깨에 800kg 덕에 철든 어깨 다 이겨내 어깨빵 9-4 샷건 얼굴 따위로 아이돌 하는 놈 아니니까 follow me 하이톤 샷건 실력만으로 아이돌 하는 놈 암기 가서 나온 놈이 샷 두더지 유행난 안 따라가지 사슬 끝엔 강한 자만이 남지 샷 두더지 유행나만 따라가지 내가 누군지 이제 다 잘 알겠지 전화 넘어 들리는 어머니의 작은 한숨 멀리 사는 누나의 힘들다는 말에 또다시 쿵 꿈에 나온 아버지 모습에 심장은 쪼쿵 참을 수도 없이 그리운 가족들의 폼 내 가족 앞에 자랑스럽게 성공 앞에 남자 그런 게 뭐가 필요해 이미 난 무릎 꿇었네 다리를 틀고 맹독 품었네 다른 아주머니들 엄마 부럽게 쳐다볼 때까지 나 too old yet 다른 아주머니들 엄마 부럽게 쳐다볼 때까지 나 구속해 Yo 9-4 샷건 얼굴 따위로 아이돌 하는 놈 아니니까 follow me 샷 두더지 유행난 안 따라가지 내가 누군지 이제 다 잘 알겠지 내 아버지께 내 어머니께 우리 누나에게
Oh, I can see why so many people liked him.
Yeah. It's very charismatic.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's been doing this for a long time already.
Mm-hmm.
오늘 랩한 친구들 중에서 가장 자기 있게 있는 느낌을 확실히 받았고 완전 민호랑은 좀 다른 느낌의 어떤 완전 하이톤이었고 근데 핏줄이 좀 무서운 게 사람을 되게 이렇게 뜨겁게 만드는 무언가가 있는 친구였는데 너한테도 분명히 그런 랩이 있었던 것 같아. 어쨌든 너무 잘 들었어.
랩을 하면서 자기 얘기를 이끌어갈 수 있는 능력이 있거든요. 건이 친구 같은 경우는. 근데 단점을 꼽으라면 랩이 되게 촌스럽게 다소 들린다는 점이에요. 근데 개인적으로 오늘 무대는 되게 솔직하고 그런 느낌 받아서 너무 좋았습니다.
아무튼 에너지가 너무 느껴지는 무대였다고 생각하고요. 아버지라는 가사가 들릴 때마다 보는 중간중간에 뭉클뭉클한 느낌도 있었던 것 같습니다.
감사합니다.
Oh, I wanted to hear what the lady was gonna say because
I
she was
know.
like crying.
정감해.
Hey, yo, man. He's so cute.
진짜 잘했어. 근데 마지막에 뭐라고 거야? 내 모든 가족들에게. 거의 소름 돋았는데 소리가 안 들렸어. 맞아. 게임 오버였어 진짜. 그럼 몇 일을 생각해? 1, 2, 3. 오.
Oh my gosh. Ah!
정말 너희는 상상도 못하게 순위가 뒤바뀌어 있어.
Oh my gosh, what?
떨어지기 싫어. 탈락하는 거는 상상도 하기 싫은데.
이제 올 곳이 왔구나. 한 번 더 가는 기회가 없겠구나.
어느 사람이 떨어진다는 게 제대로 더 가까워지고 떠나보낼 사람은 떠나야 돼요. 또 그게 제가 될지도 모르는 거고.
마지막이긴 한데 절대 안 돼요.
I'm so worried about me.
I know, right?
Yo, Casey, give me the bitch, man. 너는 11위, 나는 7위. 이 말은 하기 싫었지만 넌 die. 행운의 숫자는 그냥 운이 좋았을 뿐이지. 가르치고 있는 박태막 성령.
Dang.
Wow. Damn.
Ouch.
Guys, it's not getting any better.
I know. I feel so stiff right
so
now.
tense.
I know.
I feel like I need to crack everything.
Yeah. Well, this episode was good in terms of telling us more about the trainees and their backgrounds.
Wow. Yeah, I feel like you can kind of tell who they're promoting and they like because they get like a longer backstory, you know, like Sharp Gun or Shonu, like you get a little more in depth.
Mm-hmm.
But Gun's story was like really, really like
Oh my
touching.
gosh. Yes. Oh my goodness.
And I'm sure there's a lot of, you know, trainees out there who are kind of doing the same thing. Like it's not just for them, they're carrying other people and
Mm-hmm.
you know, it just makes it that much more stressful and immediate and necessary.
Yeah.
I did think it was weird. Both Minhyuk and this guy, Sakwon,
Mm-hmm.
both of their vocal tracks had backing vocals and not just like a little bit, like sounded like 3-part harmony, 4-part harmony.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought that was kind of interesting because they're evaluating their vocals.
Yeah.
So why have, I mean, even if the song originally called for it, why have it? It's confusing and it's, I don't know. I was just surprised. I was like, well, don't you want to hear what they sound like on their own?
Yeah.
I just thought that was really weird. And then both of them got bad reviews. So I was kind of wondering, like, maybe that track didn't help.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense, you know, maybe it just drowned out their voice too much,
Yeah.
you know? So, and I don't know. That's a really interesting point that you brought up.
I just thought it was really weird. And when it happened to Minhyuk, and we almost got all the way to the end, and he was the only one. And I was like, why did they do that to him? And then that guy had it too. And I was like, why are they doing this to them?
Yeah.
And they're 10 and 11.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, shenanigans.
Yeah.
Shenanigans.
Yeah.
What'd you think about the two youngest? I thought they were adorable, how they're like frenemies.
Well, I didn't see them as frenemies, but like they
well, friends, but competitive friends.
Yeah. And their relationship, like it feels like they just have each other, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's because like they feel like, you know, they're both the youngest, they're same age.
Yeah, I think it must be hard for them. Like they said, how that one guy said he like this guy, Yuho, right? He said he didn't have any friends at school because he'd missed so many days, and it's, you know, it must be very challenging because being a trainee is a full-time job with overtime and not much pay, right? And yeah, I mean, the pressure is so intense. He felt like he should be at the agency instead of school.
Yeah.
I mean, it's I find that just like so heart-wrenching. I'm just like, ooh.
Yeah. Oh. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, you know, I felt bad for him. It's like, I feel like the other guy's his only friend in school because they go to the same school. And then I was thinking about other bands I know of where guys went to the same school, and I'm like, is that why? So they'd have one friend? Maybe it is.
Yeah.
That must be hard. Like, you're not living the normal life experience, but then you're still expected to emote a normal life experience when you haven't lived it.
Yeah.
It's kind of, you know, it's really difficult. I felt bad for the one guy who they kept saying that vocal teacher was talking about his acting and his facials. And it's like, he's right. But also, like, I mean, if you can't relate, you can't relate.
Yeah.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I know I'm just like I know I'm going like full mommy mode on this, which is hilarious because I do not have kids and I do not want kids. But I am like, I have like sympathy pains, you know. I like when they say they're nervous, when they say they can't remember their lines, when they're worried about their critique, when they're pitchy. I just like, it like makes all these old feelings flood back, and I am very concerned for them.
Yeah.
I just I want everyone to do their best. No performer wants to do bad, guys. Like everybody always wants to be their best. So it's just super hard.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, you definitely feel for all of these guys that are going through this, you know, for sure. And like just hearing all their stories, like behind it makes you attached to them even further. I mean, especially like for Gunn, you know, like we both agreed, it's just like, okay, well, he loves rapping, yes, that's one thing. But another thing is that he has this whole world on his back that he has to carry, you know, carry on, especially when his father passed too, you know, so he feels like, you know, like he has to take care of everyone, you know, and this is the only way for him, you know, or he feels like this is the only way for him, you know.
And even though it's nice to have a family member who's in the business, I'm sure he's sick of people being like, well, you're obviously no Min Ho.
Yeah.
Or you would have debuted already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's that's another kind of like rivalry that everyone else in the industry is going to put on you guys. They probably don't feel it, they're family, but it must get really tiring hearing it all the time.
Yeah.
It's hard not to get a chip on your shoulder.
Yeah. Ugh. But what did you think about like Hyungwon's performances and Wonho and
Okay, let's talk about Wonho first, because I had a lot of thoughts. First of all, when Wonho said, I messed up my first breath, and it was all that, like, and then I gave up. I completely understand that. If you mess up, the hardest thing to do is to recover, is to let it go. Unfortunately, most of us, like, you know, all you focus on is that. And while you're focusing on how you messed up 5 bars ago, you're messing up 10 bars in, 20 bars in, 30 bars in. So when I heard him saying that behind the scenes, I just felt like, it's so hard when your practice is perfect and your performance isn't, because you just know you can do better. And I really think he over practiced.
Yeah.
You know, he stayed up too late. He over practiced. I get it. He was super nervous. He's stressed, but he's getting in his own way at this point.
Yeah. I definitely felt like it was the nerves that took over, you know?
Yeah.
So I think he wanted to do so well on this. And like you said, you know, over practiced, you know?
Yeah. And Wonho's a deep thinker. We know that. So I'm sure he was just stressing himself out, thinking about all the different ways it could go. Like,
yeah. And, you know, like showing his asset with his abs, you know, and stuff like that too. But I'm sure he didn't even like realize that either. Like, I didn't show my abs correctly, you know, because he's so nervous.
I think at that point he was already like checked out, kind of. He was just doing it, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel bad for him. That's so terrible. And like, even though you know you're doing it, sometimes you just spiral. You're like, I shouldn't be thinking about this. Too late. And now it's been 3 minutes and I'm done with my performance and I have no idea what just happened.
Yeah.
Because I'm still thinking about what happened in bar 1.
Yeah.
That sucks. I just felt so bad for him. Like, Hyungwon, actually, I was pleasantly surprised because, as some mom babies know, I feel like Hyungwon does not get enough he doesn't get enough lines in the early songs for my preference.
Yeah.
And I actually liked how this showed off his voice. I think he has a really good voice. It's very light, and I felt like this is probably the most in one thing where I've heard of him.
Yeah.
And even though he was nervous, I thought he was great.
Yeah.
I mean, of course he shines at dancing. When he's dancing, he has confidence face.
Yeah.
He has to have the same facials when he's dancing as when he's singing. And then they'll buy it. I mean, who are they saying who like cracked a couple times, but they thought it was sexy?
Hyungwon.
Yeah, there you go. See, like, because he was giving it was okay because they felt the emotion. It's like, you're allowed to mess up if it's emotional, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Kihyun never would, but like, it worked for what he was trying to give them. Which I thought was a kind of a good thing that she pointed out. She was like, you cracked a little, but like, it was in the right spot. It's all about timing with that stuff, I feel like.
Yeah.
And sometimes it won't work, but sometimes it does.
Yeah.
And, you know, it is Hyungwon. So it mostly works. But yeah, I actually thought he was really good. I loved his dance. Yeah, it was Wonho and Minhyuk who I was really sorry for. And poor Minhyuk, like, he was pitchy. He was pitchy. But I also feel like the falsetto part, I feel like, was when he was doing his own thing. When he was singing with the background vocals, I feel like it made it worse.
Yeah, it really did.
I was like really frustrated for him. Again, nobody wants to be bad.
Yeah. No
like,
one does. Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
And I was wondering, I'm like, maybe this just isn't the right song for him. Like, Kihyun picked the perfect song.
Yeah.
The perfect.
Yeah, I feel like for Minhyuk, like, he's trying to still find like his strengths, you know, like at that moment. I think Kihyun, like, he already knows, you know, like, he knows he's very good at emotional songs, you know.
And it's funny because the Minhyuk we know is like really saucy and sexy. I think of him on like a Shonu level, you know, with the facials and the whatevers. But yeah, you're right. He still feels like he's not fully formed.
Yeah.
He doesn't know his full identity yet.
Yeah.
That's a really good observation.
Yeah. And with Kihyun, like, he already knows. He tapped into like what he's really good at and to hone into that, you know. So I mean, like, if someone gives you a mission and says like, okay, pick a song and sing it to us, you want to hone into something that you're really, really good at to impress them, right?
Yeah.
And so that's exactly what Kihyun did, you know. Like, and that song, like, oh my gosh, yeah, it showcased his range, his emotions.
The judges were crying, the trainees were crying.
Yeah, like, everyone was into that performance and the way that he collapsed on the ground. And, you know, and you mentioned like the different keys, you know, like, you're like, oh, that's really hard, you know.
Most people only key change once in a song, and he did it twice, which is crazy. And never pitchy, not a single bad note. I mean, he's so incredible. And I feel like when you sing soft, that actually takes a lot more like control and breathing than belting, than just like giving it's more impressive, I know, to sing a high note for a long time. It's a lot harder to sing soft notes that are also high for a short time. So yeah, the whole beginning was just, I mean, crazy, didn't it? It was giving me like goosebumps. I felt like he was like
really
whispering in my ear, and I was just like, and then the floodgates open, and it's just all so raw, and it's so good. Like,
it was
really,
so great,
really impressive. And like you said, the way he collapsed, like, I thought his physicality was really good. The only problem I had with Gun actually was that he was in the chair too long.
Yeah.
He should have got up from the first chorus.
Yeah.
There was a point where I was like, oh no, is he not going to get up? He's got to get up from that chair. He's got to get up from that. And then he finally did. And I was like, yes.
Yeah. And that's a great observation too, because you want to connect with the crowd, you know, and if you're sitting too long in the chair, you know, like, that connection could be easily lost.
Yeah. Especially because it's like, it was building and building. And then like, yeah, I just wanted more movement, especially the way his flow was. I did think it was interesting that Mad Clown, right?
Yes, he's the one with the glasses.
Yeah, I did think it was interesting how he said his rap was old fashioned, and I was wondering if that's like because he like pauses, or it's behind the beat, or the way he does his hooks. I don't know. I was just like, I mean, I didn't think it was old fashioned, but I don't know. I always feel like anything's fair game. Isn't anything old fashioned is just waiting to be retro, right? Or vintage. So I don't know.
I feel like I'm going to get criticism for this, but Mad Clown is very interesting with his judging. You know, like, I feel like he's trying to be like neutral, but like not really, you know. Well, it's really interesting. If it's he kind of contradicts himself a little bit. He'll say something that's wrong, and then he pulls back and say, "Oh, but it's good."
Yeah.
You know, so but it's really confusing for me because I'm like, okay, so what is it? You know, like what are you trying to say? I think he's trying to be nice in the process and not look like a jerk, you know. But I mean, there's a
Do you think it's a
way.
little confusing, like mixed messages?
I think so, you know, like if you're gonna give criticism, you know, like constructive criticism, you know, not like being harsh or anything like that, you know, but like, it's just, I, 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 I don't know. It's just for me, like his judging is just really interesting, you know?
No, I get it. I mean, I did like that he complimented him on how personal his rap was. But you're right. He did that right after he told him he was old fashioned.
Yeah. It's like, you're old fashioned. You're old fashioned.
I was
But
like,
you're good.
"Ooh,
No, I'm like,
I'm pretty sure, you know, what Amy Winehouse did on Back to Black would be considered old fashioned, but
oh,
was it?
yes.
Or
No.
was it a modern, you know,
It's a
reimagining?
yeah, it's definitely a reimagining of things, you know?
And maybe that was his point. Maybe I see, we don't know the Korean rap scene frontwards and backwards. Maybe
we
that
don't.
was the style for like a decade.
Yeah, maybe.
We just don't know. But to me, I was like, I didn't think it sounded old fashioned. I thought it sounded cool. I kind of liked how many gaps he had in his rap. It's very different than Juhan, who literally could, I don't know when he breathes. Like, I'm pretty sure that man could rap the entire Bible in 2 breaths. And that's crazy.
Yes, yes.
But this guy, it was very different. He left those big spaces, but then you were kind of with him when he was doing his chorus bit. Like, I don't know. I kind of like that there was room to breathe and just like be in it with him.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's no Jew, honey. Let's get that straight. But I did like it.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it too. Like, it's just a different kind of style, right? You know, like, so, which is like perfectly acceptable. But I mean, again, like, I'm not a rap girl. I don't know, you know, like, for me
Drop
to
the beat, Tammy. I'm just kidding. Please don't drop the beat. What am I going to do with it? I don't have my purse. Just leave it where it is.
But I mean, like, I had no idea what he meant either. What he meant by old fashioned, but I liked what I heard. You know?
Yeah, I thought he was super engaging, and the lyrics were great.
Yeah, like he flowed just fine. But like you said, like the only constructive criticism that I would say was like the connection with, you know, the crowd. You know, you want to connect with them, you know. And you're absolutely right, because like he was sitting in that chair a little bit too long, you know. So I mean,
and also in the beginning, I understood he was doing it for dramatic effect, but like, you know, when he first started and he had his bill down so that it was like, so his whole face was in shadow, right?
Yeah,
I thought that's good for 1 line,
right?
But then you should look up. And I think he did it for 3 lines.
Yeah,
I feel like he has everything. He just needs a little editing. Because again, like, it's dramatic and cool to be like this creepy guy in the shadows when you first start spitting, right?
Yeah.
But then, like you said, we want to connect with you, and the easiest way to do that is for you to look at us.
Yeah.
And that, honestly, that's a problem I feel like a lot of vocalists have too. They're like, everyone loves that I'm super into it. I can close my eyes. Don't.
Yeah.
Honestly, when you close your eyes, I have now lost my emotional connection with you. You know, like, if you close your eyes, you can only do it for a brief moment. I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot of rules like to that. And maybe that's not true, but I do feel like you can interact with the audience better.
Yeah.
And some of them I thought were pretty good at that. Like, who was it? Somebody was singing, and the woman was getting all blushy because it's like they were singing like right to her, like right. Maybe it was Hyungwon. I don't know. No, it wasn't Hyungwon, but somebody was like really focused, and I was like, yes, awesome, this is cool. Actually, you know what, I think maybe it was Kihan. Like, in the beginning, at first he wasn't looking at anyone, and then he kind of looked dead at the judges and was singing to them, and that's when they all started melting.
Yeah.
God, he's so good.
I was like, speechless. I was like,
yeah. I mean, I'm very torn about this show because there are some good points, but like you said, if it doesn't feel like the criticism is coming from a helpful place, then it's, you just want to throw your book at them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's the whole thing is just very interesting. I feel like we just need to continue on. Of course, we will, but I don't
I
know.
do feel a lot more connected to some of the other guys now. I am
Yes.
curious what's going to happen to them, even if they're not in the. I mean, obviously we know who's in and who's not, but I would still be interested to know what some of them are doing.
Yeah,
I'm sure. Well, where are they now once we're done with this?
Yeah. But going back to the judges, hopefully don't give us, I don't know, for me this episode, I felt like there were some mixed messages in here that I'm like, what? Huh?
I really hope that the judges work with them one-on-one, because I feel like that's an easier place to get across things, because some stuff, I was just like, that's just like a random opinion.
Yeah.
And there's no like when Matt Clem says, oh, that sounds old-fashioned, there's no example.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted him to be like, here's the part that sounds old-fashioned.
Yeah.
Like, how can you fix it? All of it was old-fashioned?
Yeah.
It needs to be, I agree with you. If it was a little more, like, pointed and nuanced, it would help a lot.
Yeah.
So stressful, guys.
It really is. I was like, I was like,
I'm really worried about the rankings.
Yeah, like another thing that was very interesting is that they criticized Shonu from his, because he was the first one up. Like, he sang All of Me and then he did a dance,
to a different song.
Yeah, to a different song. So there's some of the they're like, oh, maybe you should have, chose a song where you could dance to it too, instead of it being broken up like that. But the other guys did it too. So I'm
at least two other guys did it. And I mean, either they edited it out where they called them out, but they wouldn't have edited that out. That's juicy. I thought that's the same thing. I was like, oh, do they just figure they heard what we said to Shonu, so they'll be aware next time?
Yeah. So I thought that was very interesting too,
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, so I don't know. We'll continue on.
This show, guys, we're gonna have a lot of things to say about it.
I have a lot of thoughts, but I have a lot of thoughts about the show, but like I want to keep on continue, before I start,
Yeah, we're only 2 episodes deep. Things could change drastically.
Yeah.
I mean, we know they will, but probably in a bad way.
Yeah.
But let's reserve judgment as long as we can.
Yeah. Like I feel like we need to continue on to see how things unfurl even more.
Yeah.
I don't want to be too judgy yet, but I have a few thoughts in my head, but I'm sure you guys will see in a bit.
Ooh.
So
keep watching to learn Tammy's judgment.
Yeah, I know. I'm not really a judgy person, but the look on my face right now is not good, you guys. So I'm just saying.
Boy, when we get to the finale, we're going to have a huge discussion.
We are going to have a very huge discussion. That is for certain, But for now, we'll keep watching. I keep saying that because it's true. Like, I'm just one of those people who don't like to be very judgy right off the bat. That's just not who I am,
That's a good person.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. So we'll continue on. We'll see. That means you guys have to.
I'm sorry, that just felt like the perfect place for that.
It's so funny because, people see us as very cheery individuals, and I feel like everyone's gonna see a different side to us. At least for me. So I don't think it might be pretty. I don't know. We'll see. Or not.
Tune in next week to find out.
Yeah. Keep on tuning in, you guys. You might see a different side. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. Hopefully you weren't cringing as much this episode.
Just as much as us.
I know. So if you guys like this episode, please like, share, and subscribe. And we are
La Chimolala.
And we will see you guys next time for episode 3.
안녕.
안녕.